So back in March, I shared some of my thoughts on my very first hand cycle race. It was just a 5-mile runner's race, but they allowed wheelchair participants to join in as well. I was the only one. I had my hand cycle. They allowed that, so that was really cool. Two things that I didn't share from that experience were, one, it was the very first time that I got to compete with Patrick in an event. He's a runner and he'll go to a bunch of local races. He actually used to be a big race director around here. And I never got to compete in any of his events. It just never made sense to. We'd be out there for days. So this was the first time that I actually got to compete alongside Patrick and be somewhat competitive too, even though we were in different, men and women to begin. But yeah, we were in different events essentially. But it was the first time that I got to go to an event and race with him. And there's so many running couples that will join together. So it was fun to be able to kind of be one of them for this weekend. And even on the race, even though I got a 2-minute head start, there were just points where I slowed down. And so Patrick was able to pass me. And then in the end, I ended up passing him before finishing. And it was just fun to be able to have a little camaraderie with my husband out on a road race, doing something that we both enjoyed doing. So that was really cool. And then the other thing that I was really surprised by is how much I appreciated people cheering me on the race course. So there were just regular bystanders, but then there were also course marshals who were there who would tell me, hey, way to go, good job, keep up the good work. And back in high school when I ran cross country, back before I walked the way that I do now, I still had issues. You just couldn't tell quite as much. I was on the cross country team and I was just mortified for any of the races when people would be cheering me on. For reference, I never beat 30 minutes in a 5K. There was one time I did, and that's purely because the course was short. Anything else, I was way over 30-minute miles, and every single year I got worse and worse. So for me to know I'm out on a course and I suck. I am bad. I am doing very poorly, and to have people cheer me on and say, hey, good job, keep up the good work. It was just I hated it. There was nothing wrong with me knowing that I was doing a bad job and it was poor performance, but it was just so embarrassing for people to try to congratulate me on this pathetic performance. And so this was the first time that I felt proud of what I was doing out on the race course, and I was happy to hear other people acknowledge it. And the funny thing was, I was passing by a runner, and this course marshal completely ignored the runner and gave praise only to me. Never once said anything to the guy that I had passed. It was just funny, but I would have hated that, but I actually enjoyed it. So yeah, it was a great race, and it was just cool, really neat experiences. And I think that last one, being able to appreciate someone cheering for me, that was a pretty big milestone for me.